Okay, it's Lolly the Kitchen Witch, and I'm back. I told you I would make 2 recipes today. I may make a third, but for some reason my sourdough starter wasn't bubbling up. I think it's a little chilly today, so I stuck it in the oven with the light on, and we'll see if that helps. I'm going to step away for 2 seconds and put the puppies outside so we can do this video. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Okay, that only took a second, so let's get started. We are going to make a jalapeno cranberry relish. This is going to be almost like the recipe that we made yesterday as far as the canning process and all that goes, but we're going to start with 2 bags, 2 12-ounce bags of fresh cranberries. You can use frozen if you'd like. I have fresh cranberries. I have already rinsed them. This is 2 12-ounce bags. It says 6 cups, give or take. It's about right. So we're going to go ahead and leave these off to the side, and we're going to put everything else in the pot, and we're going to get that cooking for a couple of minutes. Then we'll add the cranberries and let those finish cooking. Okay, first we have a 1/2 cup of apple cider vinegar. It doesn't have to be anything special. Great Value brand. So we're going to go ahead, if I can get it open, and do a 1/2 cup of apple cider vinegar. Good thing I have my reading glasses on, because when you become a lolly, your vision just goes away. Okay, so we're going to dump this in our pot. And let's not forget, I have my jars heating up over here. My lids and my rings are over here behind it, and they're already hot. Okay, so you've got a half a cup of apple cider vinegar. It says a 1/4 cup of lime. So what I did was I zested 1 lime. I am going to take the juice out of this 1 lime into my cup. Let's see. Yeah, it's a 1/4 cup. This has a 1/4 cup on it. So that's just 2 ounces. So we're going to go ahead and squeeze this lime. You don't usually get that much juice out of a lime. You can get a little bit, but I'm not going to get a 1/4 cup out of this lime. But I did zest it because I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of the zest to this recipe. It doesn't really call for it, but I only have about a teaspoon, but why waste it? You don't want to waste the good zest and just throw it in the trash. But I have bottled lime juice. A lot of times when you're canning, you should use the bottled juice. It's a little more concentrated. You might need the acidity. So if it asks for lime or lemon juice, it's probably referring to the bottle, even if it doesn't specify. So let's see. We're going to add a 1/4 cup of lime. Well, we're going to add it to our fresh lime juice. So we're just going to add a little bit. Okay. We have a 1/4 cup of lime. We're going to add it to our pot. I told you that I was going to add my zest, because I went ahead and zested. I'm not sure how exactly you say that. I did zest my lime. So I just have a tiny bit. See, we're going to add that. Okay. Just give it a little bit of extra snafu to our cranberry sauce. Okay, now we're going to add 3/4 cups of sugar, which is actually 3/4 cups sugar less than the recipe that we had yesterday. So that's good, because I don't like a lot of sugar, but we are going to add a little honey to this recipe, which is better for you. So we've got 1/4, 2/4. I don't usually stand this far away from my pot to do this, but we got 3/4 cups of sugar in there. Then we're going to add 3 tablespoons of honey. I buy raw and filtered honey. This is wildflower honey. Honey is amazing stuff. All kinds of antimicrobials, and it's just super good for you. You can use honey for just about anything. Wounds, healing, dessert. Okay, so we're going to do 3 tablespoons. I have my little trusty little measuring spoons right here, and I am going to measure this out, and we're going to put 3 tablespoons of honey. You can guess it if you're good at guessing. This is going to make like a syrupy mixture with the sugar and everything for these cranberries and jalapeños. Now, I had some really big jalapeños, so this might be a little spicy. It said 2 jalapeños. I don't think they meant giant jalapeños, and if you don't want it hot, you don't have to put as much. I did not include the seeds or the veins because those are definitely hot. But I wanted a little kick to it, so okay. So we've got our honey. 3 tablespoons of honey. Now we're going to use a 1/2 teaspoon of fine sea salt. So I have my sea salt, and it's coarse, but I'm going to turn it so it makes it more fine. And I'm just going to guess a 1/2 teaspoon. Okay, we got that in there. You got to add salt to everything to make it have flavor. Coriander. If you don't know what coriander is, it's the seeds from a cilantro plant. If you're growing cilantro and you're not clipping it off constantly, it will grow flowers. Those flowers, if you want to collect the seeds for next year or make your own coriander, let the flowers dry, let the flowers die. I guess they're die. Then they dry. Then you bring it in and you shake off all the seeds. So then you get cilantro seeds, which you can use to plant new cilantro plants next year. Or you can do like I did for this recipe, because I didn't have any coriander, is I ground them up in my coffee grinder, and they have the best smell. It's almost like a lemony scent. It's so fresh. But we need to add a teaspoon of coriander. So I don't want to put too much because it smells pretty strong. So we're going to go ahead and do a teaspoon of my coriander. I wish I could explain to you what this smelled like, but it smells lovely. So we're going to take a teaspoon of coriander and put it in our pot. And just remember, if you don't like cilantro, I don't know if you'll like coriander, you could leave it out. But it's not the same thing as cilantro. It's the seeds. It's not the leaves. Cilantro is the leaves. Coriander is the seeds. Okay, 1/2 teaspoon of cumin. I do have cumin. We're going to go ahead. This goes in a lot of Mexican dishes. It kind of has a chili powder kind of smell. So I'm going to put a little cumin in there. A couple little shakes of cumin in there because it says 1/2 teaspoon, so we don't need too much. Then it says my jalapeños. Now it says 2 jalapeños. I have ginormous jalapeños. They don't have to be this big. You could use the small ones. I have a couple little ones that I pulled off my plant before it froze. These are little. You could use ones this size if you want to. Like I said, I chopped these up. I diced them up, but I didn't use the seeds and I didn't use the veins. So hopefully it won't hurt us too bad and it'll be really yummy. So I've got that chopped up and I'm going to go ahead and put this in our pot and we are going to cook this for about 5 minutes. Okay, let's get it all in there. Okay. I think I have a little honey on my fingers. Okay, or lime juice or something. Okay, so we're going to turn this on. And we're going to let this cook for 5 minutes. And then we're going to add our cranberries and cook it for about 20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes, till it starts to thicken up so that we can put it in our jars. So I'll come back and we'll have a part 2 and we'll finish this up, okay?